The first project we will present to you under the category of improving housing conditions for the urban poor is the Aranya Community Housing project in India. The project is located about 6 kilometers away from the center of the city of Indore, which has a population of about 2 million people. The choice of the location for this 85-hectare project was based on the availability of employment opportunities nearby, primarily in light industries. The project was intended to accommodate about 60,000 people who would live in 6,500 dwellings. This goal, however, was not fully realized, and I will return to this issue later. The development is divided into 6 sectors, and each sector houses about 7,000 to 12,000 inhabitants. 58% of the development is devoted to housing, 24% is devoted to streets, 8% to public spaces, and 7% to community and commercial facilities. Every 10 houses in the development form a cluster, and every 20 houses are served by a septic tank. In addition, infrastructure services relating to piped water and electricity are provided for the development. 4 income groups were identified as beneficiaries of this project. These include the lowest income group, a lower income group, a middle income group, and a 4th group with higher levels of income than the other 3. 65% of the housing was set aside for the lowest income group, 11% for the lower income group, 14% for the middle income group, and 10% for the higher income group. Plot sizes range from 35 square meters for the lowest income group all the way up to 615 square meters for the highest income group. About 80 demonstration units were built for the project, and these were designed by the well-known Indian architect Balkrishna Doshi. These ranged from a single-room dwelling all the way to relatively spacious housing. For the lowest income group, their plots are provided with a concrete slab, with a water tap, with a bathtub or a toilet, and for an extra cost, they might buy an area that includes a kitchen. For the other income groups, only the service plots are provided. However, model plans are also available for their use, and these usually feature a bathroom, a kitchen, a living area, and 2 bedrooms. However, it is understood that the beneficiaries might choose to build on an incremental basis and might build according to their own needs. All in all, a very high level of flexibility is incorporated into this kind of project. The reasoning behind this approach of providing the beneficiaries with plots on which they would build their own houses is based on the idea that if the government or the authorities were to build these houses, then that would take a lot of time, would cost a great deal of money, and as a result, only a very small number of units would be completed. In contrast, if the beneficiaries would build themselves on these plots, then they can build according to their own needs, their own schedules, and also according to their own financial resources. Another advantage to this approach is that beneficiaries would have the opportunity to use the same construction techniques that are prevalent around them. They also would be able to rely on existing architectural and planning features. It is noticed in such settlements that houses generally are clustered together to form a small neighborhood. Moreover, shops seem to be established within the houses, and these would serve the needs of the neighborhood. Whenever there is an empty area, a tree usually is planted in it, and that area functions as a small public space. Moreover, in these kinds of settlements, streets are not simply viewed and used as conduits for movement, but also as places where economic, social, and also domestic activities take place. It is worth noting that flexible financing mechanisms were put in place to help the beneficiaries purchase the plots. In addition, a system of cross-subsidies was utilized. Accordingly, the plots for the higher income groups would be sold at market rate, and the profits made from these sales would be used to subsidize the price of the plots reserved for the lowest income groups. In spite of all of this, the project did not evolve at the rate that was intended for it. There are a number of reasons for this. One of them is that the cost of the plots remained a bit high for the beneficiaries. Moreover, the delivery of services, particularly relating to water and electricity, was not carried out as efficiently as expected. Nonetheless, this is a very worthwhile project. It offers a very solid model for addressing the needs of the urban poor in terms of housing, and is a project we should all look at as we further investigate this issue.